guys, as you can see here, I chose to do a target which was proposed by our new member Juan Colon, and it is called the far point. What this far point is, I'm not sure anybody knows precisely. I kind of written about it in my new book, Build a Universe. So there were a few aspects which I already knew, well, quite a lot. But this time I tried to get rid of everything I knew and treated it as a completely new target. So here it is. I ascribed it to a number, I did the ideogram, and let's see the data that I perceived. As you can see here, we have a structure. It is clearly a structure. It is intricated. I saw it kind of coming towards me, and as I was viewing it, unfolding, moving, rotating, vibrating, and these were. This is something that I saw unfolding towards me, like a set of surfaces, of 3D surfaces. Everything had this aspect and feeling of 3D or AI graphics, just as in a game. I had a new image then of something round, spherical, almost like a planet turning into space, revolving. And this is what I got as feelings and words. Exact geometry, differential, partial, electric, AI, unexplainable. The next image was more interesting because I started to explore this one, and I got the impression of something which looks like a planet almost, and lo and behold, these are universes. So the universes are just as continents on the surface of this planet. These structures are only on its surface. The colors that I saw were bluish, electric, yellow, pink. It has a vibrating aura, something nice. What can I say? Just a few words that popped into my head. I used to note the words which are popping into my head in this way, in between square brackets, to differentiate them from other types of ideas which come to me. But you must know that every time I'm putting a word in between square brackets, it means this word came just as it is in my mind, just as something put it there. It appeared spontaneously, as if I heard a voice saying it, and it was not something coming into my mind through this normal intuitive method. So I got electrostatic, shock, thermic, Armageddon. But in this word, I'm not sure what is its meaning in this context. Symmetry, again, this was an intuitive notion that I got. Very small but infinite. This was another intuitive information, and it is very important. Again, this is the intuitive notion of universes acting like continents, on the shell of this far point, whatever it is. I'm thinking now it is perhaps a singularity which gave birth to us, and towards which we are again we are moving towards it again, because you see there is nothing aside this singularity all across the universe. So we are trapped in it, we are living our lives in it, or on its surface, and nothing ever gets out of this. There is no other place besides this. So here are some other words which popped into my head: abstract levels of topology, because I wanted to know what is inside here. I saw it is an empty shell, so I was interested what lies inside here. Speaking about the surface that I saw, it behaves like a being, like an intelligence. It has an awareness. Other things that I saw are different shapes, and the word that popped into my mind, aliens. As I tried to push my hand through this object, I encountered resistance as my palm was moving in, and then as I passed the center, I felt like my hand was actually pushed out. So it behaved as an Archimedes principle. It had some sort of buoyancy to it, so we may have some sort of gravity and Archimedes forces. It acts like a fluid. There is nothing outside of it but the mind who watches it. It's our home. We are always home, no matter where we go. Good, warm feelings, love, perhaps. I felt love, and I felt connected to this target. Actually, at some point, I felt like it smiles to me. Magic, gift. I felt like this far point, this target is trying to give us some gifts, perhaps even this remote viewing capability of men and other beings, because people are not the only ones able to remote view. Perhaps this is in itself a gift. The idea that nothing is lost. Nothing is lost. There is always a chance of recovery. We have many chances. Everything can be rewritten if you understand the process, and if you understand what is going on with this structure. Understanding is survival and chance. This is another idea on the intuitive level that I had. Another word was paradox, vibratory, and relocation. Because I am part of the Mandela affected people, and we talked for years about people being relocated in some other parallel universes in a try to give them a new chance to better themselves. In a sense, we know that in those universes from where we arrived, there may have been some kind of catastrophes, or maybe wars. Meanings. Disposable, no room for liars and deceitful ones. Destruction, oblivion like never existed. Nothing to do. It's an emergent law based on pure math. What this section means is it refers to those beings in the universe that are consciously um, consciously rejecting the truth, and they are choosing to um, live a life of lies and be deceitful beings, although they know very well uh, what the mechanism is, and they even think they may win. But I'm sorry, the war has already been won. We just have to fight now. We are in between the start of a war and victory. Related to the surface of this object, I sensed vibrations and sounds. I perceived it like sort of a sun. We know our sun is also vibrating in a low pitched hum. What you see here is the sensation that this thing is vibrating like a bell, humming in low frequencies. Perhaps it is multidimensional. This shell, because although it is infinitesimally small, it has a shell, a hyperdimensional shell. It has many self-interactions on the cell, and what you see here is the vibrations, and these vibrations are determining the self-interaction. Looking inside of it, I sensed that this is the space that we are talking about, and the space that we see. Inside this infinitesimal far point, there is an infinite space. Although outside of it, there is nothing. Everything that we know is on its surface, in a hyperdimensional surface. For a better description, these are all the possible universes. These are all the possible universes. On the periphery, and here inside is our perception of a 3D world. If you know, there are those toys which are using the concave mirror effect to make you think that there is a hologram. They are actually putting here a small figure, and because of the way the light is reflecting in these concave mirrors, the light is the object appears to come out of the mirror towards you as a 3D projection. Well, this is the same thing that happens here, and science is catching up pretty fast with this idea also. Outside of it, again, I must say there is nothing, and nothing in the purest sense, and I'm not saying that this is a space which is not occupied here, to say that there could be something here but it's empty. No, there is no outside to say that we could ever have anything here. Everything which we know and will ever know, it's inside here or here. And all this thing is just a point. It's the far point. It is everywhere, and it is very small. Basically, you can make this equation. This is nothing. Okay, another view. I try to see it, to go across this object. This is our planet. This is a planet, and the continents are all the different universes that may be. And this is what I saw. this is my mind going on the orbit. And there is nothing here on the horizon, of course, but I saw the humming. These are the universes as continents on its surface in a constant motion. This is the vibrating atmosphere. It has some very interesting, perhaps purple or bluish, electric blue lightnings, perhaps. It's a whole aura with what I can see is greenish tints and pink, purple and blue. And we know that according to the chakra system, whenever we see green and pink, these are surely related to the heart center. And the blue is related, mostly the light blue is related to the throat chakra, to expressing oneself, to the words, and clairvoyancy, and the indigo blue is related to the pure mind field, which is even higher, the third eye domain, if you want to call it like that. And that is pretty much all that I could see about this target. I'm sure there are many other aspects which I missed on this session, but it was a rather hard session because it wasn't a blind session. I already knew some things, many things about this session. I also had I have also written about it, but I tried to set aside everything I knew, and I concentrated on what I didn't know about it. And some new stuff emerged even for me. So that's it, that's all. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to post it really soon. Bye bye now.